England franchise. Here is Gilbert Kabamba.
Every champion has a story, but a few begin like Gilbert Kabamba's. Born in the Democratic Republic of Congo and raised in Uganda, Gilbert was forged in the fires of survival. In America, he fought for a future in football, earning a Division I scholarship, only to have it all stripped away because of his struggles in the classroom. But it was during the darkest times that he discovered boxing, a sport that gave him purpose. Now, Gilbert fights, not just for victory, but to build a legacy that proves greatness can emerge from the deepest struggles.
Judges have a unanimous decision for your winner. Boxing out of the blue corner, Gilbert Kabamba.
What's your name and where were you born?
My name is Gilbert Kabamba, and I was born in Congo, Africa.
How was it like growing up over there in Congo?
It was rough. I'm not gonna lie, it was real rough. Me and my mom, my siblings, we went through a lot in order to get here, so it was tough. Me being a little kid, seeing what my mom's going through. Some days we got food, some days we don't got food. Lucky we have my brother in America. He sent some money over to my mom. And my mom was strict, first of all. She was really like, you gotta be on point every time. So it was like basically school, come back, do your homework, eat. It was just like the same thing every day, basically. Because if you mess up, then she gonna punish you. You know, she don't play that.
Was there any like sports involved? Like were you just doing school?
I played a little soccer. And then I was like a slow kid, so I played goalie and stuff. Because me, in my opinion, I wasn't fast enough to keep up with the skilled guys and stuff like that.
So just soccer? You weren't playing anything else?
Yeah, I just played soccer. Like just for fun. I wasn't even playing it it was just for me being a kid, go out there playing with my friends and stuff. I didn't really spend a lot of time in Congo because I was young when we moved out of Congo to go to another country. But I didn't. As a young kid, I didn't spend. I just probably went to elementary in Congo, and then we moved to Uganda. But I can tell you my everyday life in Uganda.
How was Uganda?
Yeah, Uganda was bad, you know. So like just imagine a 5, 7, 6-year-old kid on the bike going fetch water out of the river
Every day?
Every day.
For your family?
For my family. I had to go fetch water.
Clean water? Dirty water?
To be honest, I was so young at the time, I didn't know if it was clean or dirty water. But that was my job, to go drive miles down the river in Uganda and go fetch water. You know what I mean? So, and then you got to put that water on the bike and go back up the hill. So, imagine that. People would tell you they went through it. Me and my family went through it. You know, I lost not my older brother, because I had 2 brothers. I lost the second older brother in Uganda too. So, you know what I mean? Imagine like seeing the person you grew up watching just die. You know, so it's like
it changes your perspective.
In life. So when
grew up a little faster.
Yeah, made me grow up a little faster. So when people were like, "Oh, you mature for some of your age," I'm like, "Yeah."
How was the transition for you when you left Uganda and you came over to the United States?
The transition. So we went through a lot, me and my family, like I said. Thank God we had my older brother, Patrick. He was already in the States, so he made the process a little easier for us to get here. But immigrants to get to the US is real tough. So he was already here, so he made the process a little easier and helped him and my mom was on top of everything every day. And that really helped us come to America. The transition wise, I'm not gonna say it was smooth, but it was better than a lot of people that come to America.
And around that time, were you thinking about your future and what you wanted to become as a person?
I didn't even know. Like I said, my brother was already here. So when I got to America, he put me in basketball. We first lived in Lynn, 2013. He put me in basketball. So I started playing basketball first. And I fell in love with basketball. So basketball became my passion when I was in middle school. So, and then I started playing basketball. We moved to Dorchester. And then I've been in Dorchester for over 10 years now. So, and then I went to middle school in Dorchester. I played AAU basketball. So I was always playing basketball since I got to America. And then when I went to high school, that's when I went to Everett High. And then that's when Coach DBS, so coach basketball and football. So when I got recruited to go to Everett. So I was going to play basketball, but the coach seen my size. So he was like, "You're going to be a good football player." So it worked out.
What position were you playing in basketball?
Basketball, I was a center, but I like to dribble and like shoot the ball. So I was a center, but I like more outside. So
you had the skills.
Yeah,
of like a shooting guard.
Yeah, exactly. So that was for me personally, I didn't like being in the post and like doing all that. I want to be out there and shoot.
And were you taller than everybody else around your age?
In middle school, yeah. When I was in middle school, but when I got to high school, it was a different story. Most of the kids are a little taller than me, so but it worked out. It worked out. I just picked up football and everything worked out perfect.
So when you came to the States, you started playing basketball. And then you
Yep.
transitioned from middle school to high school playing football.
Yes, sir.
How many years of football do you do in high school?
4 years straight.
4 years straight?
Yes, sir.
And I hear you got 2 Super Bowl championships
Yes, sir.
for Everett High.
Yes, sir.
How was that experience?
Man, it was a crazy experience because me as a young kid, I didn't even know what that was until I got to Everett because it's a city of winners. That's all we do in Everett is win. We don't win. They're not winning like that. But when I was in high school, all we wanted to do was as a program, we wanted to win every day. So it was a great experience for me and my teammates. We worked our asses off in the summer, so. And everything paid off when we got them Super Bowl rings. So, yeah.
Were you a team captain? Were you a leader on the team?
Yeah, my senior year, I was a team captain. Yes, sir.
And what position were you playing?
I played defensive end and right tackle.
What kind of discipline did you gain from playing football?
From playing football, it was like them early morning film sessions, on practice on time. Just the everyday thing, like with the whole team. Like if you mess up, then everybody's getting punished. So that really taught me a lot as a person, a player now, a fighter. You always gotta be on top of your whatever you into. You gotta stay on top of it because if you don't stay on top of it, then you're gonna be slacking a little bit, and you don't want that. So me playing football really taught me to be on top of my stuff every time.
But how did you know that you should stay on top of your things? Because there's a lot of high schoolers out there that don't really take sports serious.
Yeah.
They just do it for fun,
Like my brother, I'll be practicing. I just see him come out of nowhere. When I was younger, I'm still scared of him because it's my brother. But he used to like really be on me, like on top of make sure I'm doing the right thing at all times. So, and like I said in the beginning, my mother, she's strict, so I had to like really stay on top of it. I can't be out getting in trouble because when I go back home, she gonna like try and kill me.
So then once you finish high school football, what happened after?
So, cause I kind of slacked on my grades because I'm not good in school. I'm not gonna lie about that. So I had to go to JUCO not JUCO, prep school. I went to prep school after high school. New Berlin, New York. So I went to prep school, did a year over there, got my SAT grades up. And then, cause in high school, I had a lot of big schools looking at me for football. So, but they couldn't offer me because my SAT grades was way too low. So, I went to prep school in New Berlin, New York. I did a year over there, got my SAT grades up, and then Merrimack College offered me a full scholarship to Merrimack.
And at that time, like, did you want to play college football, or you just
Yeah,
there for the
that
opportunity?
that's what I wanted to do at the time. Yeah,
College
play
football,
college football, be one of the best playing college football.
and then make it to the NFL, or
Yes,
just stay there.
make it to the NFL. Yeah.
Okay. So how were your 2 years for Merrimack?
2 years, it was rough because it's COVID. You know what I mean? When COVID came around, and for some reason, I just lost myself. I lost focus. I lost focus, and I started doing things I'm not supposed to be doing because I've been taught to do things some way my whole life. Now I get all this freedom to just be a college kid. Now it's like I forget why I forgot why I was there in the first place. You know, yeah.
And it was a rough transition, going from high school to college. Like the responsibility level was
crazy. That's what I'm saying. And then for me, I was still young at the time. I was like, okay, I just went from going to school every day, doing my work, football, to go to college, just parties, kids doing whatever they want to do, So the transition was like, it kind of got to me, yeah.
So when did football come to an end for you?
I lost my scholarship, so I was in the gym with my boy Jordan Riggs. We was doing our thing, always working out, like I said, and my head coach called me. He was like, "G, we don't think you can come back to the school." So, so I was like, damn. He's like, because they actually gave me a chance to bring my grades up, so, and I failed to bring my grades up. So when we was home for the spring, we was home, and then I got a call from my head coach. He was like, I don't think you can take you back on the scholarship. He was like, but you can stay in school and still do your schoolwork and stuff, but your football scholarship has been pulled. Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily because of your skills or anything. It was more towards because of your grades.
Yeah, the grades, and I was really just in school, not being enough. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing.
You were just there for football, not for school or anything like that.
Yeah, in my mind, I was just there to play football. Yeah.
So how did that feel, man? Like, you went to high school, you won 2 state titles, you got a scholarship, and then it was taken away from you.
Yeah.
How did all that feel, man? How were you processing everything?
I was depressed for like 2 months, leading up to the summer. I was so depressed, and I didn't know what to do with myself, I was in my bed like, what did I do? Because now my mom, you know how strict she is. Now she's yelling at me every day. Like, she was like, oh, you gotta go back to school. I was like, Mom, we don't got the funds to go back to school. If I go back to school, then I'm being student loans, debt and stuff. So, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. So, you know me, I'm always working. Like, I'm a hard worker at the end of the day. And I was going for a run. And early in the morning, I like Cursing Beach in South Boston. I was just doing my little jog in the morning. And I ran into a dude. He's the reason why today I'm a boxer, to be honest, because he introduced me to boxing. But to be honest, since that day, I never seen the dude. It's crazy.
What was that conversation like? What did he tell you?
So I was running, and he just stopped me because he was running towards me, and then he just stopped me. It was like 6 a.m. He's like, yo, kid, how old are you? I was like, at the time I was 19, turning 20. I was like, I'm 19, about to be 20. He was like, it's rare to see kids at your age doing what you're doing right now. He was like, you ever boxed before? I was like, nah. I'm just a football player, just trying to stay in shape to try and go back to JUCO, trying to like earn a scholarship back. He was like, oh, you ever tried out boxing? And I was like, nah. He was like, at 12 o'clock, there's this gym in Boston. You should come check it out. So that day at 12 o'clock, I went to check out the gym. And, I got in the gym, just looked around the gym, see what people are doing, and asked a couple questions around, how do I put my hand wraps on? Boom, boom. And then, so like, there was a cool gym, Graylish. They showed me how to put my hand wraps on, and I stayed there for at least 2-3 months before I found Broadway Boxing. So, yeah.
So before that encounter, you never thought about being a boxer?
No,
never thought about it?
Never. I was trying to go to, I was already enrolled, what's the name of the school? Butler College in Kansas. It's a community college in Kansas. I was already signed up and everything, just waiting for fall to come around and move out there. Actually, I was supposed to go for summer trainings down there. Yeah.
For football?
Yeah, for football.
When you first stepped in the ring, when you first started boxing, did it come natural to you, or you just had to learn from repetition?
For me, it came a little natural because I'm an athlete. I'm a football player. Like, I'm used to getting hit and stuff. I'm not scared to get hit, right? But I knew from the jump, if I had to take boxing serious, I had to do everything the right way. So I started like learning from seeing people doing like pros in the gym, just watching them. Okay, this is how they're doing it, so I'm gonna go do it too. Watching now I started reading more about boxing, watching more boxing, and coming to the gym and trying to mimic the stuff, do footwork drills, So I just, like I said, staying on top of everything from the jump. Yeah.
What city and what gym do you fight out of?
I fight out of Everett, Mass, Broadway Boxing in Everett, Mass. Yes, sir.
And for those who are new to boxing, explain to them how important it is to have a coach that you can trust.
Man, that's the key right there. And in order to be a top fighter, you gotta have a coach like my coach, Joe Ricciardi, to always be looking at you and seeing what you're doing and always correcting what you're doing wrong and telling you in the moment, like, you're doing this wrong, he correcting it right away. So it's like it's the biggest thing for a fighter to have a person who's we basically created a bond. It's like he's like my father, you know what I mean? And I need something, I'll call him, you know what I mean? So it's like he's the best thing that ever happened to me in boxing. Yeah.
What would you say is the biggest lesson he has taught you?
How to be a man. How to be a man. And that lesson is always take care of your family. Family first at the end of the day.
How many years of boxing experience do you have right now?
I'm going to my so we're in November, so this makes it 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah. I started in 2021 summertime, right? So it should be 4. Yeah.
How would you describe your boxing style?
My boxing style? I don't even know myself. That's a good question, man. I don't even know. I just like coming forward.
Come forward?
I'm come forward,
What weight class do you fight in?
Super heavyweight, yeah.
So that's like the heaviest weight class?
The heaviest, yeah. The highest you can go, yes, sir.
Usually when you're fighting, would you say you have an advantage, a disadvantage because of your height, your weight, your speed?
Usually, because I fight a lot of ranked fighters, so it's like, for me, I have speed, power, all like I can crack when I need to. So I have advantage because I work on my speed, my strength, my power, my skills. So my defense. So it's like I'm a all around fighter.
All around,
so I can
do everything. On everything.
I work on everything. When I'm in the gym, I'm working. Yeah. So it's like, for me, that's all I know. You just work.
How often are you training?
Sundays are my only days off.
So 6 days a week?
6 days a week.
Do you eat, breathe, and sleep boxing?
Yes, sir.
Are you a student of the game?
Student of the game.
What kind of legends do you try to emulate your style towards?
Legends. I like a lot of people. I would say Mike Tyson, because I like how he can come forward and crack, and Muhammad Ali, the speed, how he uses his jab. So I would say keep my eyes on them too a lot.
What kind of mindset do you think a heavyweight boxer needs to succeed, and what kind of mindset do you bring into the ring?
When you step in the ring, it should be, for me, a mindset. When I step in the ring, I know you're gonna come try and kill me, and I gotta kill you before you kill me. So that's my mindset, So I gotta kill you before you kill me. So I gotta take you out before you take me out.
And you're aware of the dangers of the sport, right? Like, you know, you could step in there and lose your life.
Yeah, for sure.
So you take it serious.
I take it serious. I don't take it lightly at all, because any wrong move you can get hit, and it's over.
Do you remember your first time sparring? How did it go?
First time sparring, yeah. It's sort of a crazy question. My first time sparring, I sparred Greg Vendetti. He's one of the pros. He just retired recently. It didn't go well, man. It didn't go well. Hit me with the overhand right. I didn't see it coming. My whole nose started leaking. So
Was he working with you, or was it like
nah.
no working, just going at it?
Yeah, we was going at it because, hey, I gotta get better somehow, right?
Yeah.
If you're working with me, then I'm not gonna know what's the real danger in the ring. So after that day, I fell in love with boxing for real. I was like, okay, I gotta work on my game in order to be where I'm at right now.
When you're sparring people who are new to boxing, who
Yeah.
were once in that situation that you were in,
No, I don't
do you
take it
easy
lightly.
on them?
No.
Huh?
You can ask my boy, Jordan Riggs. He stepped in the ring with me. I kind of, yeah, he's my boy. I love my brother. But I told him, hey, if you're going to pick up the gloves, this how it's going to be, you know?
It's a brutal sport, man.
It's a
I
brutal
definitely
sport.
agree with that
Yeah.
mindset.
You got to, if you take it easy on them, now they're going to think it's going to be like that every day. It's not going to be like that every day. There's days you're going to feel like you can't do it, but you got to get up and still do it. So
Yeah, because like you want the hardest, like if you're training for a fight, the hardest part should be your training.
your training, for sure. The hardest, when you train hard, you're going to have fun in the fight.
Exactly.
That's how I see it, you know? So It's like the hardest part is training.
And have you experienced that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I experience that every fight because I don't take none of my fights lightly. So I train my ass off in training, and then when I go fight, we're going to have fun in there. It feels easy, everybody will be doing it, you know? So it's hard. It's hard, like, especially if you take it real serious, it's hard because there's ups and downs. You can break something, you know what I mean? So, but when you still keep going after all the ups and downs, you're gonna see a brighter light at the end of the tunnel, for sure.
What's your current amateur rank, and how were you able to rise in the ranking so fast with just only, a few years of boxing experience?
My current amateur rank is number 2 on BoxRec in America, in the nation. So I'm number 2 in the nation on BoxRec. But USA Boxing got me at number 8, which is cool. I don't really go by USA Boxing rankings. I don't care about none of that. But because when we go pro, we're going to go by BoxRec. So it don't matter to me, you know?
So yeah, how were you able to, move up in the ranks so fast when you only have a few years of boxing experience?
My coach, Joe Ricciardi. We gonna fight. We work hard and go get a fight, you know? And then when you stay active, your rankings, you gonna rise in the rankings.
How often were you fighting? Like how many fights per year?
Me and him was trying to fight almost twice a month, but so many fights got canceled because when they do their research, then it's either sometimes I went to Puerto Rico recently. We weighed in, the fighter weighed in, and then 5 minutes later he was like, "I'm not fighting," stuff like that. So it's like they're gonna call out a day before, "Oh, he's not fighting no more." So I could have had at least 50 fights, 50 fights, but I have 26. So if you think about it, it's crazy how many people like pulled out of fights. So.
The president of the New England Golden Gloves said that you were the first super heavyweight boxer from the New England to win.
Oh, the
Nationals.
Golden Glove Nationals.
Golden Glove Nationals.
Oh, it was this year, 2024, in Detroit. Yeah.
So there's a difference between like USA Nationals and Golden Glove Nationals?
because USA Nationals is like, you got, I don't know how they run their shows because I don't really, but the Golden Glove Nationals, like, you got to win your state first. So you got to win in your state in order to get called to the Golden Glove Nationals.
Oh, okay.
So I won in my state, of course, you know what I mean? And then I went to the Nationals and I won, and I beat everybody else around the country.
5 fights in 5 nights?
5 fights in 5. It was a rough week.
How do you prepare for that, man? You got to tell us.
It's the mental, man. Because when you, like I said, when you do the work in the gym, when you go out there, you just ready to fight. You know what I mean? No matter the obstacles we gotta go through, you just gotta be ready to fight every night. So
were you focused on like your game plan? Were you focused on recovery? What was?
I was focused on my recovery. The game plan was already set. We already know. So every day I win my fight. So I win my first fight. Okay, I already know who I'm fighting next. A lot of kids, you come up to me is, I got you tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, we're going to see. So When I go home, eat my steak. I love steak. You know what I mean? Eat my steak, drink my Pedialytes, and just lights out. You know what I mean? Sleep in. I don't go, people, oh, come down here, come chill with you. No, I'm going in my room, sleep, because I know tomorrow's going to be a war. So.
And out of like those 5 fights that you had in 5 nights, what was the hardest one?
I ain't going to say it was the hottest one, but it was more competitive. The kid from Philly, Whooper.
What number was that?
It was number 4. Number 4, yeah, because he was before the championship. So yeah, he was one of the best fights because we was going at it. I got the best of hand, you know what I mean? He's talking crazy lately, talking about he hope I'm ready to die in Virginia, but you can't kill me. I've been through worse. Nobody can kill me.
What's your plan for the future? Do you see yourself continuing your amateur career, or are you transitioning into your pro career?
Nah, because I'm not gonna waste my time in the amateurs. Because ain't nobody want to fight Tonka, you know what I mean? And why am I staying here for? Like this whole, since I came back from Puerto Rico, it's been 4 months now. I haven't got a fight because every fight's getting pulled out, you know? So it's like, why am I wasting my time in the amateurs? I might as well take my talent to the pros and see what we're cooking up there.
Are you familiar with the different styles between the amateurs and the pros?
Yeah, the amateur, they just do this touching bullshit, you know, touching. But the pros, me and my coach, we train like pros already. So it's like I'm sitting on my punches. You gonna sit down on your punches and knock them knock them out. You know what I mean? That's what me and my coach work on every day. Sit on your punches, because amateurs, they're looking for points and stuff. So that's why the judge. To be honest, that's what the judges look for in the amateurs. Points, just touching someone, right? But in the pros, the judges looking at the let's staying down on your punches, the most effective punches.
Combinations, right?
Combination, exactly. So that's why I feel like I lost 3 of my fights, because I guess I was getting touched. You know what I mean? But you're not hurting me if you're just touching me. So it's like, come on, bro.
What would you say is your number one attribute when you're boxing? Like, what's the one thing that you're known for in that ring?
My number one attribute. I like using my jab. My jab gets me to where I want to be. So in my footwork, I can move. People think because I'm big and look bulky and stuff, I can't move, but I got sweet feet. You know, I got sweet feet. Yeah.
It's rare for a heavyweight to have a good jab.
Yeah, a lot of heavyweights, they just want to like knock people out. But for me, I like using my jab because my coach he likes screwing in my brain. Jab. Your jab's gonna get you anywhere. Your jab's gonna get you places. So
you're giving me like Alexander Usyk vibes. Like his style.
I kind of watch him too a lot because I like how he moving using his jab. Yeah. So yeah.
Because like for him, he's only what 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah.
He's fighting guys that are 6'7".
Yeah, I think that in boxing height don't matter.
Don't think so?
I don't think height.
How about the
matters.
reach though? Because if you're taller, you're gonna have longer reach.
But are you quick enough to get to me? Because, you know what I mean? Height don't matter. If I can move around you, because, look, a lot of big fighters, tall fighters, they're looking for the one punch. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're going to be lucky if you land it, but when you move up, you're not going to get that one punch. You're going to have to throw combos and stuff.
You got to work for it.
You're going to work for it. So it's like boxing, height don't matter. So I'm ready for anything when I go pro.
When do you plan on going pro?
Definitely after the Nationals, for sure.
When is Nationals for you?
December 14th to 21st. So after the Nationals, me and my brother and my team and my coach, we're going to sit down and see what we got cooking.
So December, you got Nationals. You're going to be fighting that. And then after that, you're going to be looking to possibly transition into the pros.
Yes, sir. For sure. So to all the promoters out there, you know where to find me. I'm not hiding.
Do you have a nickname?
Big Tonka.
Big Tonka? Where did that come from?
Oh, man, it's a crazy story. My boy Riggs in college, because when I left college, he stayed in college. He's my best friend. And he came to the gym one day playing the song Yeet. He's an artist. He's a rapper. And he put me onto him. And then he was like, Big Tonka, Big Tonka, Big Tonka. I pulled up a lot. So I'm like, why is every song he like, he got to say Big Tonka, right? Oh, Tonka this, Tonka that. So I was like, and I searched it up, and it's a fast. Big Tonka for him. Definition of Big Tonka is a fast, fast, big car, right? So I got Lamborghini, Urus, GLE, Mercedes GLE. So those fast cars, but they're big, but they're still fast. They can keep up with the small cars. So that's why I see myself. I'm big, and I can keep up with big people, small people, and I'm just fast.
Okay,
That's why I give
unique.
myself
That's
the
unique. You don't
nickname.
really.
So.
I haven't heard that one yet in the pros.
In the pros. So, all right. And then when I told my coach messed with it, so I ran with it,
What advice would you give to the next generation of boxers? Like, what kind of mistakes did you make? And possibly you can tell them, hey, do this instead of doing that.
Like, just advice. I would say, for me, because I'm not deep into, like, I haven't made a lot of mistakes yet, because I'm still, I'm amateur, so. But I would say, the new generation of boxers, just stay locked in with yourself, man. Like, don't let the outside, the streets, none of that, pull you from whatever your focus is to. If you want to become a champ, the streets ain't gonna be there for you. If you want, you gotta stay on top of your craft and stuff. So, that's the only advice. So just stay on top of everything. Stay committed, and find a good coach. Find a coach that's going to help you along the way, because there's a lot of bad coaches out there.
How could you tell a good coach from a bad coach?
I can just tell, because I'm so used to my coach. Every time I walk in the gym, I'm like, yeah, that's a bad coach. Because you can tell by the fighters, how they're standing, how they throw their punches. If they're not correcting it in the moment, right away, that's a bad coach. That means they're just doing it for the lights, to just look cool. But my coach don't care about the lights. He cares about the right thing.
So what do you fight for? What's your purpose in boxing?
That's a good question, man. My purpose in boxing, like I said, me coming from nothing, in Africa, the way we, if I remember everything back from my childhood growing up, it wasn't pretty, you know what I mean? So my purpose is to help my family out, especially my mother, you know what I mean? I need, because she's still working to this day, So my purpose is mostly help her out, because she's the reason why I'm here. So she's definitely my purpose, even though she don't like what I do, she don't mess with boxing at all. But I still love her. She's my mom, but she's my purpose, and my siblings, of course, my brother. He wants to see me be successful. So,
when it's all said and done, when you're done with boxing,
Yes,
you're
sir.
retired 15, 20 years from now, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
Legendary. I want to be one of the legends. I know I'm laughing, but I'm dead ass. I want to have a name like the Mike Tysons, the Floyds. That's what I want to be when I retire, when I die, I want people to remember my name. You know what I mean? Like Muhammad Ali. He's dead, but people still remember his name. That's what I want to be.
What final message do you want to leave your family, friends, and future fans?
My future. So I'm gonna start with my family. My family. I'll say the ride just begun, and I'm gonna make sure we're good I'm gonna make sure we're good in the next couple of years. And you said future fans?
Yeah, the family, friends, and your fans. I'm pretty sure you have fans now, but you're gonna have a lot more in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
What kind of?
I'm still trying to build my fan base, because, like you tell, people don't really know me like that, because I just be working. I don't really be on social media like that. But to my future fans that are gonna see this video, I'll say you're gonna love me. You're gonna love me, That's one thing I'll say. You're gonna love me, because I'm a great guy. So at the gym, outside the ring, in the ring, I'm just a killer.